Good afternoon and welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to March 1st. We got through February and now it's March. So welcome. Let me know if you're here. I love to see comments. And my March was kind of coming in like a lion the last few minutes. I had to call my friend Nancy to see what was wrong with my program. So I wasn't exactly sure what was going to happen here. So today is definitely stamping on the fly. And, okay, I don't see anybody here yet. That's okay. Let's see. I don't know why Facebook says I'm not recording, but I should be. Hi, Elaine. I guess it's all working. I'm not even going to worry about it today. I'm just going to go with it, and as long as you can see it, we're good. So, welcome to March, and welcome to a new promotion. We finished Celebration just last night, and now we roll into March as we get ready for our new hold on, I better plug in my iPad here before it dies on me. There we go. Before we get ready for our new annual catalog, which is going to come out a month earlier this year. So, hello, Nancy. Thanks for your help. Hi, Fran. So let me talk a little bit about Butterfly Bouquet. It's a new promotion starting this month for customers. Demonstrators could get it for the past month, so I've been playing, and that's why I was a little bit, until pretty much a half an hour ago, not exactly sure which card I was going to make today. So anyway, Butterfly Bouquet is available from March 2nd through May 3rd because our new catalog actually starts on May 4th. And it has a beautiful suite of products with a stamp set, some dies, some paper. The paper is only available while supplies last. Some other paper called, it's like a wood grain. I don't see the natural birch is what that is. And then you have the whole collection. This is a pre-release, and the stamp set and dies will be available in the new catalog. The paper will not. So let me start off by showing you the paper, and then we'll get into the project. This is wonderful. And if you think we have too many butterflies, we don't have too many butterflies. We've got lots of stamp sets that have them. Perhaps those are going to be retired. I don't know. But this one will definitely be in the new catalog. So we've got beautiful butterflies, some textured kind of watercolory paper, more butterflies, and more. And I guess some of these I did have turned around with beautiful spring colors as we get ready for spring. So that's what that is. And the colors are in here are Basic Black, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Just Jade, all kinds. I'm not going to go through all of them. And anything that's springy is going to be in here. So I'm going to use one of these because this is really special paper. I wish we had a whole pack just of this. And then let me show you the stamp set and dies. I find this really easy to work with. Lots of ideas. Let me see, something else I don't want to forget to share with you before I'm finished. Okay, this is the stamp set, and it's one big stamp. There, I've already cut out a lot of things. It's just one big stamp. So to stamp this, it would fit on our largest acrylic block, or it's perfect on the Stamparatus if you have that product. And each one of these cut out individually. And I've already got a bunch of them that I stamped and cut out and colored in a variety of ways. And I've got several samples to show you when I get to the end after the one I'm going to demonstrate today. And then there is the dies. There are the dies, I guess. Hey, Nicole, Rainy, North Carolina. Okay, this is the die that cuts out all of these stamps individually. So they do cut out individually. I know some demonstrators are considering getting another stamp set, which is only $17, and cutting out each individual butterfly. So not sure if I will do that just yet, because I'm happy with the way this is, but perhaps down the road. So I'm going to be using this in a second. And then there are individual dies that give you all the detail for each one of those. So those are there too. And I'll show you one of those in a bit. And then there are all these little fine detailed ones that I've really not used much yet. Another smaller individual butterfly, brick, little cross hatch. I've not used that one yet. Another little butterfly, another one, and then some, I don't know exactly, little dots. I don't know if they're supposed to be butterfly trails or whatever. But anyway, it's got a lot of possibilities for creativity. So with that, let me show you. Let me put some of these away so I don't lose them. All right, this paper here is what I've been playing with the most, and I'll probably run out of it sooner or later. I think you get 8 sheets of each one of these. I only have 2 left, but I did get another pack of paper, so I know I will use it all. But these dies perfectly fit this paper. So you get all of these to cut out at one time. So that's what I'm going to start with. Oh, I had another piece all there. I guess I had 3 left. That's good. And I'm actually going to bring over my big Stampin' Cut and Emboss today, which I don't usually show on screen because I pretty much have everything ready to go ahead of time, but I'm going to show this today. I'm not sure if I've done that before. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. So we've got, let's see, platform 1. We need platform 2 for the thin dies. We need a platform 3, because you never want to cut on anything but a 3. Put your paper in and put this down here. And you can washi tape it if you think that it's going to slide on you a little bit, and this might. I think I'm going to chance it if I lay it down right. That actually looks pretty good. And then you put another plate 3 right on top of that. And really, if you lay that, tuck that in and then lay it down, your die will generally stay exactly where it's supposed to. And of course, I've got the handle on the wrong side. Won't do me any good over there. So let's try this. Okay. And hopefully it will come out okay. There we go. Crossing my fingers. And yay, I did pretty good. So you get all of those with one swipe through. And aren't they gorgeous? And then I found that you really don't want to throw this away, or you want to make a template of something else, which I'll show you in a little bit with another project that I made. And now, just to get going, I'm going to do one more thing. And actually, I'll use this a couple more times. And I'm going to cut out the largest butterfly for today's project. And this is the fine detail one. So this is this big one here. And I'm going to cut that out of the middle of a piece of basic white. So that's just going to go on here like this, right in the middle. Maybe up a little bit higher. I'm not going to put a sentiment on it today, but there's room, make sure there's room for a sentiment down at the bottom. Lay plate 3 on top of that, and roll it through. Usually when I am die cutting, I stand up. And I'm not standing up right now, so it's a little bit different than what I'm used to. Okay, so there is that. And it didn't do what I wanted it to. There we go. All right, it did do what I wanted it to do. So I've also got this, which I'm not going to take the time to pop all those out today, but I've got this empty spot right here. And now I'm going to do one more step, and that's just with plate 1. This paper here that I've just cut through, and I'm going to put that in the Scripty embossing folder. And they suggest that the hinge side goes in first. So I kind of have the machine off screen right now, and we need this plate here for running this through. So this is an embossing folder, and it's just a little bit more comfortable to get this run through like this. You can just see my arm going. That's my exercise for the day. There we go. So there's our Stampin' Cut and Emboss. We've got a nice scripty image on here. It's just light words. Could have used another one, but I like that one for today. And now I can put this away. Now, when I cut out all of these different butterflies, I'll zoom out a little bit. There we go. When I cut out all these different butterflies, I'm going to use the big one because that's the one that I cut out here. And I'm going to layer that on a piece of basic black. So let's get some Tombow glue going here. And you don't want to forget to get some glue down here in this part too, since that's kind of open up. So just get some glue around the edges as well as down around the part that you cut out so it doesn't flip up. And this is just 1/8 of an inch shorter. And that's going to go on Mango Melody, which is a bright, bright orangey yellow, but it looks good with the black. So let's put that down there. Yeah, I use the negative part like that. It's a kind of adds a little bit of texture and dimension to that. Okay, Mango Melody is one of my favorite colors in the blends to color, but I don't use the paper a lot, but I like that on there, and it's a good contrast with the black. So there we've got our butterfly image, and now I'm going to take this one and add it into the center of this. And before I do that, I better put some things away that are covering up other stuff. And I'm going to, before I put that on there and he becomes more dimensional, I'm going to add some Wink of Stella to the butterfly. And I don't know if you can see that, but it just does add some shimmer. There, if I hold it up to the light that I can see, it does add it a little bit more. And Wink of Stella is good. And then I always use shimmer spray too. So now I'm going to take some mini dimensionals and put down the center of his back, on the back. Okay, get my fingernails going here. All right, so his butterflies will pop up. He will fit, because he came right out of there, he will fit right down into that spot. And then when his wings are lifted up, you'll also see the black underneath there. And then he needs some bling, but some black bling. And I love these black, matte black dots. I'm not sure if they are on back order or whatever, but they've been very popular. So anyway, we got these little black dots that kind of blend into the black of his body, but they'll still add some dimension. And we've got 3 of those there. And then, even though I added Wink of Stella, I'm going to take my shimmer spray that I always use on just about everything. And this is the Shimmer White paint, shimmer paint with alcohol. And that will add a shimmer to the whole thing. And there's our card for the day. Very simple. Okay. Yeah, I like the embossing folder does add. Embossing folder will always add a lot of good dimension to a card. And this one is so subtle. You're not expected to read the words and stuff there, but it really adds a lot. So there's that. And let me show you some of the other things that I've been playing with. I guess I got so involved in making stuff that I didn't settle on what I was actually going to make today until about a half an hour ago, when I was still trying to figure out what's going on. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing? Glad you stopped in. Okay. It's so much fun to see friends on here. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Here was another one that I did. So now I'm just going to show you some samples of some other ideas. And this one I took this butterfly, did the same thing, same embossing folder. Let me zoom in a little bit more on that. There we go. And also added the detailed part on the top of him. And the only reason I didn't do that on the one today, I just didn't want take the time to punch all these out. They didn't exactly pop out when I was running that through. So I'll have to do that later. So there's that. And then, of course, you could add any sentiment down at the bottom that you want for either one of these. And then here are the other ones that I've been playing around with. Let's see, where shall I start? Here's one that I did. I love the black and yellow look, and adding these are 3/4 inch strips of basic black. And this one I didn't cut anything out of the center of that, but used the same yellow butterfly. And then this is a piece of vellum that I cut out with the detail one and with the little black dots in the center as an easy thank you card. Here's another one that I was playing around with today and added some ribbon and just put the detailed butterfly on a die cut in the back to set it off. And this also has the scripty embossing folder on it today too. And that is Bermuda Bay. These next two, this is the one that I was going to do today, then I changed my mind, and it is using the brick embossing folder behind, and then this orange back here, what is that? That's, I guess, Calypso Coral. That's a piece of one of the papers in the set. And then I just took those three and looked like they were going up the wall. And then this one, a little bit different, still using the embossing folder of the brick wall. I forget the exact name of that one. But I colored the paper with one of our blending brushes in crumb cake first. And this is thick whisper white, or basic white. This is thick basic white, and I colored it with crumb cake, and then I ran it through the embossing folder. And even though we don't have sanding blocks anymore, I used our old Stampin' Up! Sanding block to sand that off to give me that white part of the brick. So that was that one. And then this last one is probably my favorite. And that's this. Let's see if that can zoom in a little bit more. And on this one, I made a template of this paper. I didn't actually use the paper because I have a thought for using these extra ones on the side by fussy cutting them out. So if you check my Facebook or Pinterest or blog or something, I may have those on another card later in the week. I have an idea for that. But anyway, I just put that template over top my part that I stamped with the big stamp, and then I took the blending brushes, and then colored in. So that's where I got the color for those. And that was a lot of fun. So with the template, then I was able to keep that white around the edges. Then I took the black Stampin' Blend and just added these little dots in various places and send that for just such happy news. Butterflies make me happy. I can't wait till we start to see butterflies. Yeah, I'm full of ideas. Thanks, Nancy. So those are the cards that I've made. I've got lots of butterflies flying around here. And just one more thing to share. For the month of March, because celebration is over, I'm offering for any $35 order before tax and shipping, and it can be either online or you can call me or email me with an order, and you will get a 3-pack of cards that will include an envelope, a die cut, and we'll be using some of that leftover but oh so popular celebration paper. This one, this side. So when I get those all cut, and then an embossing folder that will be cut to size. I love this one from the art gallery, so it looks like paint. So that, and then the bonus is, because we can't send stamped images, you will get a template from the Many Messages stamp set, and all of these dies that come from it. So 3 cards, envelopes, and that's my special for March. This is new for me. I've not done that before. But this little template will tell you where you can go in your catalog and look for ideas for other things that aren't, you know, that fit. For example, I've got boho indigo sitting out here on my table, and this one would use the thank you. I don't know, in this particular one you're going to get a lot of other ones besides the thank you. Oh, the Such Happy News, that fits right in there. So there are a lot of stamp sets that I'm sure you have in your stash and your ideas that you could just use this template to go through your catalog and see what will fit with all these different dies that you're going to get out of there. Many Messages is a great stamp set in the mini catalog. Has all of these very fine, delicate, detailed images, but we are not permitted by our code to send stamped images in the mail or put them in our kits. So these are all of the dies. This is the die cut, the die for this. And then this is another one of those very large stamps. So this would be a great one to have. This Many Messages is a great one. You get lots and lots of ideas with that, lots of stamps, and maybe next week I'll show how to cut this one out because there's a little trick to it to get them all to come out the same size or the same way. So anyway, that is my closing for today, now that I've got my mess on my table here. So thank you for stopping by. We're right at my 30 minutes that I like to keep it at. Does anybody have any questions? So if you don't, I love to see comments. Thanks, Carol. Pretty cards. I've loved making all of these. Thanks, Leslie. LJ. You're Leslie Jane there on the screen, but I know you as LJ. So again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you again next week. And I've got this new little screen that comes up. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.